Pleasant morning to everyone. So, in this session, we are going to look on the topic remote access technologies and devices. Once on by conveying the word remote access, what it means, it will be available at some other location. But what we are doing from our place itself, we are going to fetch, we are going to utilize which is available at some other location. So that's a term they have been conveyed as remote access. For to access those remote things, what all the technologies is required and what all the devices we are going to use. So those technologies and devices in terms of remote access to be noticed in this session. So before stepping on to this session, in the previous session, as a summarization, we have gone across with different network devices like router, firewall, and L3 switches, that is layer 3 switches. Out of this, if we are working with the router, it will be helpful to connect different networks. The main purpose behind the routing is forwarding the packets between one network to another network or within a network. All those things will be taken place. It will be working on the basis of local area network as well as wide area network. Next one, which is about the firewall. Here mainly they are focusing about security purposes. So authentication while accessing that has been imposed over here mainly. It will be working on multiple layers right from layer 3 to layer 7. So here it will be worked as a perimeter or a sensitive zone in between the trusted network as well as untrusted network. So it's put in between these two zones, that is trusted and untrusted. So it will be acting as a network security parameter. Sorry, network security perimeter. It will be acting over that. Further, we are looking onto L3, that is layer 3 switches. Here it will be acting as a switch as well as basic routing mechanism will be associated with it. So in this scenario, it will be suitable only for the LAN as well as virtual LAN. It will not be optable for wide area network. Why it is not suitable for wide area network means it has basic routing strategy, not advanced routing. So it will be optable, suitable only for local area network or virtual local area networks. Now we will see about remote access technologies, after that the devices. So about the remote access technologies, that is, as I said already, it will be available at some other location, but we are going to access the data from our location itself. That is the thing called as remote access. So out of that, the several technologies are available. So these technologies allows the user to securely connect to the private network from remote location. From their location itself, they can able to connect the private network in a secured manner. They can connect. For that purpose, we have several technologies. What are all the technologies they have been? First and foremost, dial-up remote access. It's one of the oldest technology and currently it's not available. That is obsolete one. So here they have been working on the basis of phone line, that is telephone line and modem. The word modem indicates modulation and demodulation. So whenever if you are clicking on the application which is resides on the desktop, through the mobile phone the call will reach us the telephone exchange. Based on the call, the next internet resource will be provided to our system. But the bandwidth at the time is very slow. It's a olden day technology. Okay, nowadays it's getting advanced speed in terms of technology wise. So here it's about the olden day technology, that is the dial-up remote access. Over there, it's a traditional start. It's a key indicator or a starting point for such kind of things. And the second one, which we are conveying about, virtual private network. So here in this term, the VPN indicates the secure communication technology. So how they are going to impose this secure communication technology means they are going to create a tunnel. That tunnel is said to be a encrypted tunnel. So where this tunnel will lies between means it will be lies between the user device and the private network. How this tunnel will be acting means the tunnel is going to act over the public internet. So we are going to have a connection between the user device and the private network. For that connectivity purpose, we have an encrypted tunnel. That encrypted tunnel will be acting over the internet. So the secure communication technology. For that purpose, we can go with VPN. So if you are going with such kind of technology, what is the purpose? We can protect our information, that is data, from the hackers, and even eavesdropping, that is tampering. Whatever we are doing, those things will be noted by some other. So we can prevent those things also. We can able to mask the user's IP address and provide which is like an anonymous one. We can able to make a mask over our user's IP address and allows the remote workers to access the company resources securely and helps bypass geo restrictions or censorships. So these kind of purposes which is provided by virtual private network, that is VPN. What are the type of virtual private networks are available means one is the thing called as remote access VPN. That is employees connect to the office network remotely, okay, working remotely. That is the remote access VPN. Second one is site to site VPN. Connect two or more network securely. That is several branch offices will be there. So all the branch offices will get connected but in a secured manner. That is site to site VPN have been taken place. The third type of VPN is client based VPN, which requires the VPN software on the user device. Based on that, they can able to provide the third type, that is client-based VPN. And the fourth one, which they are calling as SSL VPN, that is Secure Socket Layer (SSL), accessible through a web browser with SSL encryption technique have been adapted over there. So this is the key definition about the virtual private network as well as the purpose and what are the different types of virtual private networks are available in the market. So to achieve or to utilize these types of different VPNs, we will have different protocols. That is the thing called as point-to-point tunneling protocol, first and foremost protocol. And the second protocol we used to call as layer 2 tunneling protocol. And the third protocol, which is called as IPsec, it is Internet Protocol Security. And the fourth protocol, which they are calling that SSL VPN, that is Secure Socket Layer Virtual Private Network. So we have different types of VPNs or that. At the same time, we have different types of protocols. So basically, the protocol will have a set of rules to govern the communication. So those rules for governing the communication have been imposed by point-to-point tunneling point, layer 2 tunneling point, IP security, SSL VPN. So different protocols. So here the main thing is widely used for secure corporate access. For that purpose, VPN have been came into market. And the third thing is remote desktop protocol. So we will provide full remote control of our desktop or our server to some other. So some other will be sitting on some other place and they are working on our desktop, working on our server. That is the remote desktop protocol. So that the examples like Microsoft RDP and Citrix, different types of things are available in the market. So based on that, they can come up with the technology that is the remote desktop protocol. And the fourth one, which is called a secure shell. So secure shell is mainly for the environment like Linux or Unix. That kind of environment which is commonly using this secure shell. So here, whenever if you are accessing the server, it should be accessed in an encrypted manner. So encrypted access to the server, which has been done by SSH, secure shell. And the fifth one, which is called as cloud-based remote access. It's almost similar to remote desktop protocol, but we are taking the remote desktop through cloud. So through the cloud, we are going to have. I hope you have utilized the different types of these applications like tools like TeamViewer, AnyDesk, Log Me In. So these kind of things will provide a remote access to our desktops or servers. Okay. So some other will be working on our system, but they will be available in their place itself. So that is the remote access will be provided. That is the softwares like TeamViewer, AnyDesk, Log Me In. So these are all the things. So these are all internet-based servers, sorry, internet-based services from the remote support, and they are doing collaborations over there. The last kind of technology is wireless remote access. For example, we will have internet connections like right from third generation to till now fifth generation we are running on. So in this, we will have a Wi-Fi. So through the Wi-Fi, we can able to turn on and we can able to access the internet connection. That is wireless remote access. And these wireless remote access are often combined with VPN, virtual private network for security purposes. So these are all the different technologies: dial-up, remote access, virtual private network, secure shell, cloud-based remote access, wireless remote access. So these are all the technologies we are used in terms of remote access. Further, what are all the devices, that is components in terms of hardware or software components to enable the remote connectivity? What are all the devices? That is remote access devices. First and foremost devices, RAS, that is remote access server. So the central server, that device will be managing the remote connections. So all the remote connections will be taken care by the central server. So they will manage whoever connecting to the server. That is through remote connection. And the next one they are conveying it as VPN gateway. So as we have already discussed, VPN is said to be as a encrypted tunnel. It's over the public network to make a connection between the concerned user and the private network. So that is the VPN, and we have gone across with the different types of VPN networks, and in that type, what all the protocols will be applied over there. Several protocols we have gone across. So here they have been specifically indicated as gateway. So the devices that handles multiple secure VPN tunnels. So these device, in the previous device, multiple connections will be taken care with the RAS server. That is remote connections will be taken care by the RAS server, that is the central server. As similarly, multiple secure VPN tunnels not a single VPN tunnel. It used to have multiple VPN tunnels. So these device, VPN gateway or concentrator, will take care of multiple secure VPN tunnels will be taken care. And the third one of device, firewall with VPN support. In the previous scenario itself, we have gone across with firewall. Whatever data in or out, entry or exit, that should be a secured one. So that will be permitted or omitted by the firewall. So here provide security and remote access integration. So in a secured manner, we can able to have a remote access. So we are integrating our system. Okay, that is a thing called as remote access integration. So here firewall with VPN support. So the firewall will be acting as a perimeter between the trusted zone and untrusted zone. So that firewall will get the support from the virtual private network. With the support, this firewall with VPN will be acting as a remote access device. And followed by that, the next one is authentication server. So here, whenever if you are accessing the server, it should ensure your verification, you are verified user or unauthorized user. So that kind of verification will be taken care by the authentication server. So these are all the devices. Previous one we have gone across the technologies, what we are, how we are going to make a connection or make a implementation or establishment. But in this scenario, we are going across with the several devices. So authentication server, whatever we are accessing, that should be authenticated. Okay. So once after getting the authentication, once after the approval, we can able to access the concerned server. So here we will have examples like Radius, Tackers, plus these kind of authentication servers will be available in the market devices. So next is about the modem and DSL router. So as I said, modem, that is modulation and demodulation, and DSL is digital subscriber link. So that is a dial-up oriented connection. So in the basis used in the dial-up or DSL based remote access for telephone lines and modem based connections, we will have these devices. There is modem or DSL router will be there via which we can able to make a call. So through the call, we will get the access to the internet with a low bandwidth. So that is the thing which will be provided by this device, modem or DSL router. And the final device which is called as remote desktop client. So connecting to the remote machine, we will have these remote desktop client software, or else you can call it as software agents. So it will be installed on the endpoint, that is on the client machine for connecting the remote machines. So they will take our machine and they will work over there. So if you are installing those things in our machine. So here these are all the different remote access devices, remote access server, VPN gateway, firewall with VPN support, authentication server, modem slash DSL router, remote desktop client slash software agent. So these are all the different remote access devices. So first and foremost, we have gone across with the remote access technology. What is the method, how which we are going to make it out, method, operation. And the second one, remote access devices is hardware or software component, which will be helpful to do it out. I hope you have understood about the concepts related to remote access technologies and remote access devices. So, as I said in the previous, we have gone across with several topics. So, go across. If you have any clarifications, you can post. We will have a discussion and get clarify on those doubts. Thank everyone for your patient listening. Thank you.